Hey everybody, Alex from Bits and Pieces here. Welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. A little history on Thanksgiving between 2005 and 2025. 2006, there was a new third contest which featured the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs, which was the debut of Thursday Night Football. And the final two games for the Cowboys and Lions. The Bears, or not the Bears, the Falcons defeated the Lions 27-7, and then the Broncos defeated the Cowboys 24-21 in overtime. And of course, their last wins for both teams, the Cowboys won on November 25th, 2004, and on November 28th, 2002, or November 27th, 2003, the Lions defeated the Packers 22-14. So, let's take a look at the slate shown this year. We have the Packers playing the Lions at 10 a.m. This is Pacific, so 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. The Chiefs play the Cowboys at 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and then at 8:20 p.m. Eastern, 5:20 p.m. Pacific, the Bengals play the Ravens when most of the country is either in a food coma or legitimately out. All right. So the Packers and the Lions, according to ESPN's analytics, Detroit has a 54.4% chance of beating the Packers, even though it says 54%. The last for the Packers as of this morning, questionable are Quay Walker at linebacker, Nate Hobbs at cornerback, and Keeson Nixon. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. All right, so the Packers and the Lions come in with very similar records, but here's how they played. The Packers, in their last 5 games, beat the Steelers 35-25, dropped 2 games to the Panthers 16-13 and the Eagles 10-7, defeated the Giants 27-20, and defeated the Vikings 23-6, coming in on a 2-game winning streak. The Lions, as of late, have been on a hot and cold streak. They defeated the Buccaneers 24-9, then dropped the game to the Vikings 27-24, destroyed Washington 44-22, before losing to Philly 16-9, and then defeating the Giants in overtime 34-27. I'm not going to be picking, but the line here is the over-under is 49.5. It'll change by game day, but the Lions right now are 3-point favorites. The last 5 games for the Lions, they had been on a 4-game losing streak. Their last win coming last year when the Chicago Bears' Matt Eberflus lost all of his brain cells and decided to not call a timeout and promptly lost the game. And then the Cowboys have been on a 3-game winning streak, defeating the Giants, Commanders, and Giants, but facing a tough test in the Chiefs. The Packers have played in the last 5 games for the Packers are the Lions and the Bears usually, but they've also been on a 3-game winning streak. So, Chiefs last played in 2006 in that aforementioned Thursday night game, but now they actually do have a little bit of history, losing to the Cowboys in 1995, 24-12. The Ravens have only played twice, but they are perfect, and the Bengals have lost to the Jets 26-10 in 2010. Of course, the Chiefs have a 63.6% chance against the Cowboys. So the Chiefs have been 3-2, blowing out the Raiders 31-0 and the Commanders 28-7, losing to the Bills 28-21 and to the Broncos 22-19. Whereas they defeated the Colts 23-20 in overtime when everyone thought that they were going to be done. Whereas the Cowboys have also been 3-2, destroying the Commanders 44-22, losing heavily to the Broncos 44-24, Cardinals of all teams 27-17, for defeating the Raiders 33-16, and then defeating the Eagles 24-21. So the Chiefs open as a 4.5 point favorite, and the over/under is at 52.5. As I mentioned, they might have changed. I'm recording this Tuesday night. And then the Bengals the Bengals and the Ravens. As mentioned, the Ravens are 2-0 on Thanksgiving. Yeah, the Ravens are 2-0 on Thanksgiving, whereas the Bengals are making their second appearance, looking to essentially, avenge their loss in 2010 to the Jets. All right, so ESPN's analytics is giving Baltimore a 68% chance to win. The over/under is at 52.5, with the Ravens at 7.5 point favorites. And it looks like the Ravens do have a chance to win it, as the Bengals' only win in their last 5 games was against the Pittsburgh Steelers, winning 33-31. But they've lost a close game to the New York Jets, 39-38, the Bears, 47-42, the Steelers, 34-12, and the Patriots, 26-20. The Ravens, though, perfect 5-0, defeating the Bears 30-16, the Dolphins 28-6, the Vikings 27-19, the Browns 23-16, and the Jets 23-10. Which is why I feel that if I had to pick, I would say I would pick the Lions. Well, actually, I would pick the Packers. I'm not picking teams. I'm not telling you how to pick. You pick it. But if I had to pick, I would pick the Packers, the Chiefs, or actually the Packers, the Cowboys, and the Ravens. That's how I'm going to call it. All right. I will see you all later. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you all later.